We are officially in the closet.
Yep.
Welcome to the show.
It's not a show. You always say it's a show.
This is the show.
It's really not a show.
It's the show. The show. It's not a show. It's the show.
Okay. Whatever you say.
What's up?
Not much.
What's poppin', mama?
Did you just call me mama?
Yeah.
Who are you?
You like that?
I don't know.
I don't either.
It hasn't grown on
But
me
I thought I'd throw it at you.
It hasn't grown on me yet.
Better than old lady.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. You know I don't like that.
No, you don't. You don't like it at all.
What do you got for us?
I'm just looking at these myths. These myths.
First of all, I need to know where you got these. I need to know the story behind where you got your information.
It's
Twitter?
myth/truth on Twitter. It's a page.
I knew
It's a
it was
Twitter
Twitter.
page.
I
yeah,
knew
yeah.
it was Twitter.
There you go.
Do you believe everything Twitter says?
I don't, but we can go through these myths and see if we agree with them or disagree with them. Some of them,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And elaborate, and then we can correct these people on Twitter.
No, yeah, because we know everything.
Like this one. You can talk to another skydiver during a free fall.
That's a myth? Is that a myth?
That's a myth, yeah. Truth is, the wind travels past your ears, makes you deaf to all sounds.
I mean, I would imagine.
It kind of makes sense, so that it keeps anything from
What
going in, right?
Would you want to talk to someone during a free fall? Like, you're just casually falling through the sky. Let's talk. I need to
Maybe
talk
if
to
you're
you about
holding hands
something.
like those guys,
I need
like
to talk to
what's
you
up,
about
dude?
something. I mean, really?
I've really been looking for a time to talk to you about this.
So, I think when we're flying through the air, it would be a great time to talk about it. No, I'm going to be probably not really wanting to focus on anything but when I'm supposed to pull this thing that makes the parachute.
The ripcord.
Yeah, the ripcord.
Pull that ripcord.
Yeah,
Rip that cord.
that's it.
Yeah, but you'd have to go in tandem if for your first couple of times, which means a guy would be mounted to you.
I'm pretty sure I'll never go again if I go once.
I don't know. You never know. That rush could be amazing.
Depends on who I'm tandeming.
Who you're mounted by?
Yeah, if it's somebody that I may be like, let's go again right now. Right now.
Oh boy. Hey, where's Cleopatra from?
Egypt.
It's a myth.
That is?
It's a myth. Cleopatra had Greek ancestry.
Oh, well, okay.
That's all I know.
I mean, she's from the pyramids. Right? Cleopatra is from the pyramids.
Maybe. Yeah, did she go over though and take over?
I don't know.
Like, was
what
she
was
one of
my
those?
answer? What did I just say? Boy, I'm having a hard
Egypt?
time. Oh, yeah. Is Egypt not Greek? I don't know this stuff.
No.
You sure?
Yes.
How far off on the map?
It's got to be a good.
Come on, how far? How far is Egypt from where? Greece?
I don't know. How far is Egypt from Greece?
Let me ask Siri.
Yes.
How far is Egypt from Greece?
Cairo, Egypt is about 696 miles from Athens, Greece as the crow flies.
That's a good distance.
As the crow flies.
That's a good distance. We know we sound like idiots right now. There's people out there being like, oh my gosh, are they for real?
We've never been to Greece
I'm
or
not-
Egypt. I would love to go to Egypt.
I'm not a geography buff.
Love to go to Egypt.
Nor do I claim to be. I'll go to Greece. You go to Egypt. We'll meet halfway, which is like 300 some miles.
How far is 600-700 miles? Is that like here to Atlanta? No.
No, are you kidding me?
What is it? No, that's more like 1,400, isn't it?
I mean, 696 miles. I mean, now you're making me do math, and this is not good for a Sunday afternoon. So,
This is what you get to listen to, people. Us do math.
like 11 hours. It's like a beach trip.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
so
Cool.
halfway.
I got you. Yeah, no biggie. That's as the crow flies, though. That's not going to be the
Well-
case if you're doing it with your donkeys and your camels. Because
Okay,
if you got your
I'm
donkeys
pretty
and
sure
camels,
they have cars.
and it's going to take so much longer than 11 hours.
Are you saying they don't have cars in Egypt?
I
and
don't
Greece?
think so.
Yes, they do.
It's a desert. Cars don't work in deserts.
Can we just move on to your next myth? I'm
This
done
one
with
is should you eat after 6 p.m.?
Oh my gosh, that's such a myth. I can answer that.
It says don't eat after 6
That's
p.m.
such a lie.
It is a myth.
It's a
It
myth.
just says you shouldn't have a large meal 3 to 4 hours before sleeping.
Okay.
That's what it says.
I mean, I take it or leave it, whatever. It's kind of, I get where they're coming from on that one, but at the same time, it's kind of a myth too. But we won't get into that because I don't feel like talking nutrition right now. But that's not necessarily true either.
You know, this
You
is
should eat when you're hungry. If your body is feeling hungry, it's a cue that you need to eat. It's what you put in your body that's the important thing. It doesn't matter what time of day. Your body doesn't distinguish between that. So if you want to eat a snack at 9 o'clock at night and you're going to bed at 11, eat a snack, but don't eat anything stupid. Like
hear
last
you.
night, it was 11:53.
And you
Let me
ate
tell you the story.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
pausing. It's 11:53 because I put it on Snap. I was hungry because Jeff decided, I think I was fine until Jeff decided he felt like he needed toast.
It was whole grain toast
with a bunch of butter.
Sara Lee.
With a bunch of butter on it. So you just took everything away, and it wasn't
No,
even
I mean
real butter. It
ketosis.
wasn't
It's
even
good for
real
you.
butter.
It
No, you're not.
burns.
It wasn't even
It
real
was
butter.
real butter. It was a pain to
You're
spread.
eating ketosis and you're eating bread. You make no sense right now. Okay. Please just stop talking about ketosis and keto. You can take your keto and shove it. Because you're eating bread, okay? So, and you're not even eating real butter, okay?
I did on the first 2 pieces.
No,
on
you
the
didn't.
third, yes, I did.
We don't have real butter in our refrigerator.
Yes, there
Jeff,
was.
No, there's not. There's not real butter in our refrigerator. Just because it's a stick doesn't mean it's real.
Oh, okay, so that's not real butter.
No, it's the same butter that's in the tub. It's just in stick form. It's fake butter because it's cheaper.
That's stupid.
And we're poor. And
Why don't we just
anyway,
get the tub?
So he decides he wants to come out of ketosis. So he makes
That's
bread.
what it was. Yeah.
Okay, so he eats 2 pieces. And I'm like, God, that smells good. But I'm like trying to be really good because we're going to go to the beach in a couple weeks. So I'm limiting my cheats. So the smell of the bread made me hungry. So I went and got some turkey pepperoni and a handful of almonds.
Oh, you good girl.
No, I'm not saying that to toot my own horn, although I am. Good job, Angie, for having willpower. But what I'm saying is it was 11:53. Most people would freak out like, oh, I can't eat this. I'm getting ready to go to bed. But it's fine. It was nothing bad. I didn't overeat. No, I wouldn't eat a big meal right before bed. But if you need a snack before bed, by all means, have a snack. Have a protein shake. Have some almonds. Have a rice cake. Just something light so your body doesn't start to fight you. Okay? Anyway, that's me. Good job, Angie. So I'm sitting there eating, and I hear ruffling of a bag, like a bag of chips coming from our downstairs bathroom. All of our kids are where they need to be. None of the kids were in there. So I yell into Jeff, what are you eating in the bathroom? Jeff, what are you eating in the bathroom? Nothing. Crumble of paper, crumble of paper, crumble of paper. Long story short, he comes out. I grill him for about 5 minutes on what he ate. He's denying the whole time. Finally, he sits down and admits that it was Oreos. Okay, fine. Why are we sneaking Oreos in the bathroom? I don't care what you eat. Eat Oreos. He just didn't want to hear my mouth making fun of him eating Oreos at 11:45 because I would and I will. I will give you a hard time. Anyway, fast forward to today, this morning. I go in the bathroom and use the restroom, and I'm sitting there, and I'm like, is that Doritos on the floor? There were Dorito chips on the floor. I was right. You had chips.
I would never
with
drop a
Oreos
Dorito
in the bathroom. You did because
we
no
have
one
6
else.
people in this household.
Nobody else needs to sneak Doritos in the bathroom. They just eat them wherever. It was you, and you know it.
Maybe they were walking to the bathroom
Why
with a handful of
don't you
Doritos.
they weren't walking. They don't use that downstairs.
Okay, well, I was.
Exactly. There we go. There you had it. So, moral of the story is have a snack before bed, but do not have Doritos and Oreos and 3 pieces of toast with fake butter. Move on. I made my point.
Very good point, Ange. Very good point. I like it.
Thank you.
Very good.
It's kind of what I do.
So there we go. Everybody, that's it. That point is what it is about the eating after 6.
And can I just say one more thing about eating after 6?
No.
Because it really gets me upset. By all means, if you work out after work and it's like 6, 7, even 8 o'clock that you get home from your workout, the worst thing you can do is not eat because you feel like you shouldn't eat that late. That is the worst thing you can do
you just store
for
fat, right?
your body. Don't do it. If you get home from working out at 9 o'clock at night, please eat. Eat a decent smart meal. I'm not saying eat pizza, eat burgers, eat French fries. I'm saying eat some protein, eat maybe a little bit of a complex carb, some healthy fats or something, but don't skip it because you think it's too late to eat. You're wrecking yourself. You're shooting yourself in your foot, and you're doing the absolute opposite what you think you're doing. Okay, now we can move on.
All right, there we go, people.
I did want to talk about that stuff.
Once a heart stopped, can it be restarted with the defibrillator shock?
I mean, I thought it could. I thought that's what the defibrillator was for.
If a heart is stopped. That is
There's
a myth.
no heartbeat. I thought that's what a defibrillator... They're flatline, and they have these things, and they go... Doo-doo.
On Grey's Anatomy.
No, like in real life.
I've never seen it in real life.
I think we should call my mom. My mom was a cardiac nurse for 25 years.
Once a heart has stopped beating, a defibrillator can't restart it.
So maybe what they use in the OR is not an actual defibrillator.
That might be the truth.
But the defibrillator in the gym is supposed to work the same way. We should have phoned a friend. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess that's true. I don't know. It's Twitter. I feel like I'm a little bit reserved into thinking that that's true. Because when I was trained into using a defibrillator, an AED, you check for a pulse. If there's not a pulse, then you are supposed to use this. Are you with me? Hello?
I am. I was trying to look it up.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, whatever. We can go with the Twitter fact and say it's a myth. What's the truth? What's it say the truth is?
The truth says once a heart... Let's see here. It says once a heart has stopped beating, a defibrillator can't restart it.
That's interesting. I don't know. I could try to call my mom. She would know.
True.
Or you can use Google. It's up to you.
Let's look.
We could phone a friend.
Or we could phone a friend, whatever. In simplest terms, defibrillators cannot start a stopped heart. In fact, they work by stopping a heartbeat.
What?
A weird problem heartbeat, that is. A powerful electric shock can actually Control-Alt-Delete a heart that's pumping irregularly or too fast.
Huh.
It hopes of resetting the heart to its correct rhythm.
But, okay.
So it gets it back on track, like it's your heart's...
Okay.
Like-
I
like
thought
choke-
like when you
I thought that it
when you
was-
flatline, you're out. You're gone.
I
You're
did
seeing
too.
the light.
Me too.
And then you go "Choo-choo," and you come back. I guess we're wrong.
I thought the same thing, but maybe there's a super defibrillator that they keep in the hospitals that you don't have access to because only certain level defibrillator users can use those type of defibrillators.
Okay, I just learned something right there.
I did too. I'm shocked. I didn't believe it either. I was thinking it might be crap, but
All right, what's the next one?
Coca-Cola can dissolve a piece of meat in a couple of days.
I know that it can take rust off a penny and off a battery in your car. I've done it.
That's true.
What's the truth? What's that say?
The truth is, that's a myth. The truth is Coca-Cola can't dissolve meat, but it can be used to marinate it.
So I never knew that it dissolved meat.
I know that I didn't either.
heard
I've
that-
never heard that.
I've heard that if you leave I don't know what meat and what marinade, but I've heard if you leave certain meat in a certain type of marinade, that marinade can actually start cooking it because of the acid.
Yes, I've heard that too.
And I feel like Coke has acid, right?
I don't know.
Well, I don't know. I think it does because when I was broken down at the gas station that one time and I called y'all or my dad or somebody, then I said that there was corrosion on the caps of my battery where you couldn't get the...
Oh, that's right.
Remember, you couldn't
Yes.
get the... What are those jumper cables
Yes.
clipped on because there was so much
So much
corrosion on my
corrosion.
battery knob?
Right.
And
On
somebody
the
told
old
me
car,
to pour
yeah.
Coca-Cola on it and it would clean it off. And by golly, I went into the store, poured the Coca-Cola on it, and Joe from my old boss, he jumped the car, and it started. So I think Coke does have acid. So I wonder if it doesn't dissolve the meat, but it would actually start cooking it and ruining it. Because you can over-marinate. Now, there's some marinades you can use, you can marinate overnight, right? I'm not a chef. I don't know this.
No,
I'm just from
yeah.
watching
But
the
I
Food
think it's
Network.
when you get those 30-minute ones. I think that's the ones that you
That
read
have
to me that
acid.
have acid in it, so it works faster.
So it starts cooking the meat.
Yeah, it starts getting in there. So if you leave it overnight, but you can leave,
then you can get
make
salmonella.
in there. yes, you can make a marinade or buy marinades that just you can let it go overnight.
It's really kind of scary. No, wait, is it Coke? Wait a second. I might have given false information. I did pour Coke over my battery, but I think the penny, I think what I put...
Ketchup. Ketchup is what
That's
it was.
what the
You're
cleans
right.
the penny, and like
Yes.
if you have pans that have nasty stuff on them, my grandma would always clean them with ketchup and like brass with ketchup.
It's a
Ketchup
good
has
call.
acid
That's
in
why
it.
I eat ketchup, because I want my stomach to be perfectly
I don't
clean.
really think
It's
that
like
that's
nice
how it
and
works.
clean
I
after a
think it
burger
probably
and fries.
eats your stomach up. I don't eat ketchup anymore. I'm just saying.
It's delicious.
I like ketchup, but I don't eat it because of the sugar.
We should just rub it on our teeth and let it sit.
I don't think it works.
See if
that
it,
way.
like,
You have something
clean-
in between your front teeth right there.
Yeah?
It's black. You got it. Probably
Thank you.
blueberries.
Or peppers.
Better not be tobacco,
It ain't tobacco.
because I'm not kissing you anymore.
It ain't tobacco. I want to kiss you, so. Hey, what about this? Can sweat remove toxins from your body?
No.
Okay, it can't. You're right. Sweat glands cool down your body, though.
Absolutely.
That's the
That's
truth.
what they're for. That's what they're made for. But
Exactly.
you don't sweat out toxins. When people say, "Oh, I drank a bunch of vodka last time, I go sweat it out in the gym," you're not sweating out the vodka toxins. Newsflash. Just thought I'd let y'all know this. Sorry,
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
Bummer
Is this
today.
a myth or not?
I don't know.
There's much more sugar in Coca-Cola than in other drinks.
Well, like what's other drinks? There's a lot of sugar in Coke, and we saw that guy on Instagram the other day drink a whole 2
He
liter in 40
chugged-
seconds.
Yes.
Took a break in between a belch, and it was a
He
good one.
chugged it.
And then he chugged it. What's the answer?
Well, it says truth. There's less than 10% sugar in Coke. Some juices have much more.
Really?
Yes.
Juices are misleading.
They have so much sugar in them.
Orange juice, whoa.
See, they show a little picture of a juice box. 'Cause
Juice
that's what it is
boxes
for the
are
kids,
terrible.
man. They're just freaking juice
know.
boxes.
I
They're sugar boxes.
I gave my kids juice boxes growing
Yeah,
up. They're
but,
fine,
But
but
sugar wasn't, it didn't bother you as much as a kid.
or as my mom says, Capricin.
Capricin.
Capricin. Instead of Capri Suns, she puts it all together. Capricin. Anyway, I don't know. I don't know what I think about that. They're sugary drinks. You shouldn't drink them. Bottom line, but at the same time, like kids be kids. I feel like too.
Yeah, like
I
kids
mean,
be kids.
I'm in this weird middle thing. I'm this health person. I'm nutrition, but at the same time, I don't over.
No, you
want
want to let them be kids. Yeah, you want
Now,
to
if
let
they're
them enjoy
chugging
it.
them all day long and stuff like that, we're not.
You don't
filling
wanna
them-
yeah.
I'm not putting Mountain Dew in their bottles. I mean, they don't drink a bottle right now, but when they did, I wasn't like that. But I did give them a juice box. All right,
Truth or myth?
I gotta sneeze. It's coming. Oh gosh.
This is fun.
It went
Stay
away.
tuned, people. Stay tuned.
It went away.
Truth or myth? Tracing a phone call takes about an hour.
Well, I don't know. I'm not concerned with that.
Well, truth or myth? The police can trace a phone call within a minute.
Yeah, I mean, where do we live in the Stone Age?
They cannot. Tracing a phone call takes about an hour.
Really?
Yes, so the
Now, how are you
police
gonna
can
keep
trace a
somebody
phone
on the-
call within a minute.
Oh,
No,
What
they
was-
can't. It's a
you're
myth.
confusing me.
It says myth. The police can trace a phone call within a minute.
So you're telling me I got to keep the perpetrator on the phone for an hour?
I don't know if you necessarily have to keep them on the phone
So
an hour.
if
Maybe
they're
I don't know how it
calling me,
works.
I'm gonna have to, because like in the movies, they're like keep them on the phone, 30 seconds, and then like they start making small talk with them.
Oh, it
like,
makes me so anxious.
I want you to calm down. I need you to. So an hour conversation. Let's play a game.
There's no way.
We're gonna play a game. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, there's no way.
I don't know. Twitter said it.
Twitter
Therefore,
said it. What's the process is my question.
I don't know.
Are there any
I'm-
officers out there listening?
I'm not a police officer.
Let us know. We'd have you on to answer that question about how to tap phone calls.
Oh my goodness.
And do they even do that anymore? Because
I feel like
we've
they
got cell phones,
when
right?
was this myth or truth study done? Because
This was in my timeline today.
Because you told me last night or yesterday on the podcast that the government's watching us and this and that. If they can do that, the police surely can track a call.
The police aren't as sophisticated as the government.
Does this say police or FBI?
Police.
Oh, yeah, police.
They ain't got nothing. FBI's in a minute.
FBI, we can do it. I don't know how it works. I really don't.
Myth or fact.
Oh, gosh.
Split ends can be cured by shampoo or hair conditioner.
No, that's false. You got to cut them babies off.
You can only get rid of split ends by cutting them.
I knew it.
Boom.
I knew that.
How about that?
I knew that. Yay, me.
That's a dumb one.
Yeah, that was a dumb one. Give us a good one.
Let's see. Myth or truth. If there is a ramp on the road, a car will take off, fly a dozen feet, and easily land.
What? That doesn't even make sense. Why do we need to know if this is true or not?
Well, the truth is suspension mounting will be damaged after such a leap, or the car may even turn over. That's not a good one either. I don't like that one.
I'm not going to try that out. You can go try that out if you want to, but I'm not going to be in the car. That's how you drive anyway. We don't need a ramp for Jeff to do that because you're really not a very good driver. Nate even said that in the car the other day.
That's debatable. That's because you put negative thoughts in his head about his father and my driving.
No, I do not.
You do.
No,
You
I
curse
don't.
my driving.
No, I do not. But we were in the car and I was driving a little fast, a little reckless. He goes, Mom, stop, slow down. You're driving like Dad. I'm a fast driver, but you're a little reckless. You scared me.
That's my intention. Keep you on edge.
I think your intention is for me to never want to ride with you again.
Listen. Myth or fact?
What?
Carrots improve eyesight.
Oh my gosh. I would say myth.
It is a myth. Carrots helps prevent muscle degeneration, but they do not improve your sight.
Do they turn your skin orange if you eat too many of them? I've heard that too. My grandma always said that. Don't eat too many. It'll just turn your skin orange.
You'd have to eat a lot, right?
I'm just saying what she said.
Maybe that's why Trump's orange.
Oh, Maddie's FaceTiming me.
Why is Maddie
I
FaceTiming?
don't know. Let's see. Hi, Maddie. Hey, you're on our podcast. Hey, you guys are on our... You're on our podcast right now. Why? What are you about to say?
We just have a question.
What?
Is it an incriminating question?
No, it's important.
It's important? Then why is Lauren
It's us. What do you think it's about, Angie?
Oh, yeah, we probably should talk in a minute.
No, it's about food.
It's about food.
It's about food?
Daddy, tell her.
Tell me.
Please pause your podcast.
Okay, we'll pause it.
All right, we are pausing our podcast.
All right.
We're back.
We had to pause because my daughter had some stupid question about food, and it was just about brownies. I don't understand what the big deal was, but anyway, you said Trump is orange because he eats too many carrots. I believe that's where we were.
I think maybe that's why he looks orange. Think he eats a lot of carrots?
I don't know. Move on. I don't
All
know
right.
anything about
what
Trump.
about bats? Bats. Are they blind?
Blind as a bat.
Your whole life.
I mean, I guess they're not because I feel like you're tricking. I feel like you're making this game easy and reading the myths first.
Okay.
I feel like the bats are not blind. They just see in the dark.
Not only can bats see, but they also use echolocation.
Ooh.
Which sounds very complicated.
Their ears. They're really good hearers.
Yeah, I guess they are. They're like rats with wings.
Wonder where people got that you're blind as a bat. You're blind as a bat.
People made up all kinds of crap back in the day, man.
Everything our grandmas told us is probably a myth.
Somebody's dad was like, they can't see you, don't be scared of them. And then
They're
it
blind
just
as a bat.
spread. Yeah, they're blind, man.
I bet it's a myth too that if you probably don't have to sit out of the pool for 30 minutes after you eat.
Oh, it's a total myth.
You'll get a cramp.
That's a total
what they say.
myth.
You got to sit out 30 minutes, you'll get a cramp.
Your lazy ass will get a cramp regardless of whether you've eaten or not. For
So-
some people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like just
but
getting
where-
in and doing something will
Where
give you a
did
cramp.
these myths start?
They're old wives' tales.
Wives' tales,
It's
that's what they are.
most things are made to control people. So
you
that
think-
was to control their kids so they could eat their portion. They
Do
got
you
the kids
think-
down They got them to eat, and they're like, you have to sit still
I think it's a good idea.
while we eat because I've got to sit and watch you in the pool, and I want to eat first.
Do you think wives' tales come from like back in the day when it was uncommon for women to work outside of the home? They just sat around and made crap up.
I think so.
What
I
can
think-
we make up to make people like 80 and 90 years from now look back and say, what? Let's make some stuff up. I bet that's what they did.
See, though, everything now can be checked, man. Everything now, we live in a bad day. Back
Fact
then,
check.
nobody could really check it. You know, you just believe the people because it's your mom or
It's
your
your
dad,
mom
and
your
you
grandma. If
believe.
she says bats are blind, they're blind, and you will fight that till the bitter end.
Exactly. If your grandma says it, and your grandpa's going to be like, yeah, 'cause I don't want to fight with your grandma. If she says
Right.
bats are blind, they're freaking blind. And then your mom believes it.
It's just it's a trickle effect.
They don't care about science.
Them old wives.
They're like, they don't care about science. They're out in the country. They're like, the Reverend said bats are blind when I was a kid, and now I told your mama that bats are blind. Now your mama's telling you that bats are blind,
and you can't eat past 6, you'll get fat.
and you got to stay out of the pond for 30 minutes after you eat this sandwich. No, I don't know
eat
if
your
they
carrots;
ate
it'll help you
sandwich
see better.
back- That's right. Make sure you eat your carrots.
If you would have eaten more carrots, JMR,
You
you wouldn't have to
won't-
wear those glasses.
One of these days, you finish your plate, you'll get to get rid of them glasses.
Anyway, move on.
Chloroform
Oh my
immediately knocks out people for several hours.
Several hours? I don't think so, but I think it does immediately knock people out. But not for several hours.
It takes up to 5 minutes for someone to feel the chemicals effects,
I don't think I believe that.
which then last for a short while.
I knew it lasts for a short time, but I think it does.
That's because we
pretty
watch
immediate.
TV where we're watching people
No,
go
I-
struggle for 30 seconds. They're like, oh, they're out.
It maybe immediately is used loosely. I think. How much time did it say?
Up to 5 minutes.
Nah, that's too long. I don't believe that.
Now you're a chemist.
Go get some chloroform. See how soon you can. Please knock me out.
Oh, I have.
Oh no, I'm not a chemist.
Date rape drugs
I'm just going on what
work much better than chloroform.
I guess what I've
people.
seen on TV. I don't know. I guess you're right. Anyway, move on. That was the dumb one. Sorry. I said move on.
Okay, a grapefruit is the biggest thing this well can swallow, a blue whale.
Jeff, I don't care. Now, who's going to feed a grapefruit to a whale? Tell me.
Well, the myth was the myth is that a blue whale can swallow a whole car, but it's not true. The biggest thing it can swallow is a freaking grapefruit.
Now, who told you that a whale
that's
could swallow a car?
that's really messing up some things.
Who told you that a whale can swallow a car?
This did, this
7-year-old
myth.
kid. Dad, did you know a whale can swallow a car?
Well, if you believe in Jesus, then you believe a whale can swallow a car because a dude lived in the belly of a whale.
Yeah.
How'd he get in there if he can't even they can't even swallow
Jeff,
a freaking?
those whales were different. Maybe
They
that
were
wasn't
different
a blue
whales.
whale.
Those were
Maybe
godly
that
whales.
Maybe it was a different whale. There was all sorts of creatures back then that we don't have now. So you can't go on that.
It's
it could
a
have been
metaphor.
It could have been. Don't burst my bubble. I believe that Jonah lived in that belly and then he got regurgitated.
I can picture it now, crawling on the sand like with vomit all over him, and the whale's like, "See you later, Jonah."
The whale doesn't talk. Now you're
but
being stupid.
The whale doesn't talk.
Now you're being ridiculous.
Well, doesn't talk, but he's got a nice pad down there for you just to hang out in. He doesn't have guts or nothing. He just has a big hollow area where you can hang out and be like, "I'm just gonna wait for something to make him throw me up."
He could have just tickled his that
Uvula?
what is that? Yeah, that makes you like the gags in you.
He was swinging on it
gross. Okay, can we move on?
like
I'm not about to
a rope swing.
toss.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. Myth or truth? You need to sleep 7 to 8 hours a night.
Ooh. I hope that's a myth because I sure don't get that much. I'm going to go with I think you do need 7 to 8 hours of sleep.
That's truth.
Yes.
You want to hear the myth?
Yeah.
You can catch up on sleep lost during the week.
No, you cannot.
At the weekend.
I know you can't catch up on sleep.
You
Once
can
it's
never
gone,
catch up
it's
on
gone.
sleep. That's right. That's right.
We're so smart.
We are so smart. It's crazy.
It's crazy how smart we really are. I did take a cat nap today, though.
Good for you. Now, that's okay, though. You're
It
not
was
trying
more
to
like a
catch up.
twilight. No, it was more like a twilight. I was half in, half out.
That's what he said.
I knew. I could just tell by the look on your face that you were going to go there.
I was watching that what is it? The stolen in plain sight? No, abducted in plain sight. The other morning I started it.
They probably used chloroform.
No, the dude, he did. Spoiler alert.
A wart.
Spoiler alert. He charmed the family like he became friends with the dad and the mom. He ended up banging the mom. He got the dad to give him a handy once, or more than
Is
once.
this true?
Yes, it's a true story. The people that did it are being interviewed. They're telling it. He took the daughter. He stole the daughter. Like he was for years. He slept in her room with him, and they allowed it because he had a psychologist that wasn't really a psychologist tell them that that's what he needed for his trauma from his childhood, is to listen to these records with the child in bed and
What?
and then
Who believes
he
that?
took the kid and kidnapped the kid and took her to Mexico and married her because she was 12 and it's legal to marry
That's
a kid
disgusting.
at 12. And then they got him. They got him to bring him back to the United States. Well, the kid, when he slept with the kid down there, because what he did is he took this. He would always drug her, like give her pills, sleeping pills, and drug her. And then when she'd wake up, there'd be a little white box and be like this distorted voice telling him like all this stuff that he made up, saying she's half alien.
See, this
and
is
he's
too
half
much.
alien,
I'm not done.
chosen to save the world, and she had to marry him. They had to marry somebody, and she trusted him because he was like a second father to her. So, but it takes me to this: when you said just the tip, or only halfway in.
Say that, but okay.
She said when he had sex with me, he only put in a little bit of his penis, so he wouldn't break the, what is that thing?
Okay.
Where you pop the cherry?
Okay. I don't want to hear any more of this story about this.
Sorry.
I don't want to hear about this anymore.
Anyway,
nor does anyone else.
I don't know what
I'm
happened.
sure.
I have to finish it. It's
Well,
very intriguing.
I'm done with all of that. You can finish that on your own because I don't like stories like that. It makes me sick.
That's why I didn't start watching it with you. You know, this is a good time to just
Makes me
end this
wanna vomit.
podcast.
No, it's not. I'm not ending on that note.
All right, let's find another
Absolutely
myth or
not.
something,
I'm
because-
not ending on that note. That's sick and disturbed and twisted. And if they even made a TV show about it, makes me mad. What network is it?
It's a documentary.
What
it's
network
gonna help.
is it
It's
on?
helping people.
It's not helping anybody.
Yeah, because you're
It's
like,
making you wanna
don't
vomit.
trust people.
No, it's going to make people over hypersensitive. What
Nah.
network is it on?
Netflix, bro, where
Netflix,
everything
you
is.
disappoint. Like, why would you do that? No, I'm being serious. I'm really offended.
You're so upset right now.
I am. Nobody wants to hear stories like that. And if you do, you're twisted and demented.
A bunch of people like to
Well,
listen to a
then
lot
you're
of crazy
twisted and
stuff.
demented.
We
You
are.
are too, JMR. You watch some weird crap. You worry. I'm worried about you. Is this all a trick? Are you going to do the same thing? You're going to take me off and... Well,
No,
not
that's
me. I'm not
that's
12.
that's
but
crazy talk. Just because I watch something doesn't make me that kind of person.
It
That's
makes
crazy
you interested
talk.
in that, and that scares me.
It doesn't make me interested in that.
It's nothing that you want to... Why would you want to watch that?
The story's insane.
Exactly.
It's interesting.
No, it's disgusting.
It's not interesting to you.
It's disgusting. Anyway, please move on. It's disgusting.
So another myth, huh? Is that what you want to look at
Yeah,
here?
please, because I'm
Let's see
about
what we
to...
can do here, because I just
Walk out of this podcast.
set you off.
Gross.
Brain cells stop growing when you reach adulthood.
Do you not have another one better than that? Yes, I think at some point they stop growing.
Neurons flourish and change throughout your entire life.
Okay, give me another one. That's stupid. I don't care about that. My brain cells are done.
Oh, you'll like this one.
Okay, what is it?
Wow. Myth or fact? It's easier to catch a cold when it's cold outside.
No, that is a myth. I know that's a myth. Colds are caused by viruses. Surprise!
Colds are caused by viruses, not air temperature. You are
She is-
freaking right.
I am so smart.
You're a genius.
I am. It's true. Another thing our grandparents said to us and our parents, don't go outside without putting your coat on. You'll catch a cold. You'll get pneumonia. Your hair's
Your
wet.
hair's wet.
That's bullcrap. My kids have gone to the bus stop with their hair wet every morning for almost their entire life, and they're.
We literally have tried. We have hosed them down and sent them out in
We are just. Yeah, our neighbors are like, "What are you doing? It's January and it's snowing. Why are your kids in shorts, tank tops, and their hair soaking wet?" We're proving a point. They won't get sick, and your kids will because you have them bundled up.
That's right. All
Because
those viruses can live in
germs
those
are breeding
that heat.
in the heat. I don't know if that's probably a myth too, but viruses cause you to be sick, not the temperature of the air.
Germs love
Now,
to
I
be
do
warm.
think that the temperature of the air can make you like, it might make you
Stuffy
cough or
or,
like, maybe,
like,
but it's not going to actually cause
some
you
allergens.
to be ill.
No, viruses cause you to be ill.
Right.
Well,
Okay, I feel better about ending on that, unless you have one more. What's that?
yeah, this one's about your teeth, and it says
What about them?
it says healthy teeth should be perfectly white.
No, I don't
That's a
think
myth.
so.
Yeah, it's a myth. It says a tooth's natural color is slightly yellowish, actually.
My teeth are good. I'm just kidding. They're not yellow, but you see these people with like super white teeth, and you know that you feel like they're clean and their mouth is like super clean, but they probably just came from the dentist and got their teeth white.
Your teeth are very white.
No, my teeth are fine. I'm
Teeth
just
are
saying.
very white.
They're not as white as some girls I see on Instagram.
Well, that's because they have a filter to whiten their teeth.
They do have a teeth whitener filter. Ask me if I've ever used it before.
Have you ever used it?
Absolutely. I like filters.
You do like filters.
I filter my face. That's about it.
That's great.
Not all the time.
No,
But I
you
have
can't
used
all
filters.
the time, right?
I have
It's got to
used
be
filters.
on and off.
I have used filters on my face because nowhere else, just my face.
Mm-hmm.
But because I'm aging and I
You're
don't like the
gorgeous,
aging.
and you're dumb when you think you have to use
You
filters.
have to say that because you're
I
my
don't have
husband.
to
yeah,
say
you
it.
do, because if you don't, you're an a-hole.
That's a good point, but I meant it.
What
and
if-
I
what
do.
if I
I'm an
said that-
a-hole all the
You are.
time.
What if I said that though, and you didn't say anything back? Everybody listening is gonna be like, "Oh my gosh!" Of course you're gonna say, "Oh, you're so beautiful, you're so perfect." We all know that's not
You
true.
didn't ask for it.
Ask for it.
You didn't ask for it. That's why.
Okay.
And I said it. You could have just kept talking, and I would. Nobody have ever.
Anyway, I have used the teeth whitening filter because I feel like that there sometimes in certain light your teeth look more yellow. Now I don't make them stupid white.
Right.
I don't like when you look at pictures and you can tell they're heavily filtered. Like that doesn't even look like that person.
I hate that.
But I do lightly filter it from time.
We're
to
out of time. We're out of time.
Why? Because I'm going to ask you if you've ever filtered, and you're gonna look like a little girl if you say you
Dude,
did.
I filter like a beast.
You don't filter, do you?
I filter every chance I get.
No, you don't,
Funny
because you don't-
filters, stupid
oh,
filters.
yeah, those. I'm just talking about the filter on Instagram that makes
Nah, I don't do selfies.
you don't need to because that's in a whole different podcast. I think
We
already
did
had.
it. We did it. We
But
talked
you
about. We
don't-
can talk about selfies anytime
you
y'all
don't
want to.
have wrinkles like I do.
I don't even pay attention.
That's probably why you don't have them.
Probably.
Anyway, that's all.
It's all for tonight, folks.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for joining us. Till next time.